Hey there. I am with Fern, and you know what? You have to pronounce your last name for me.
It's a hard one. Lots of vowels. Andraos.
Andraos, because I always want to say Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
Andraos. I'm
Yeah.
with Fern Andraos, who has been with SpeechKids for how long?
I think about 10 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were just
Wow.
talking about this. You were the third therapist that I hired. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm super lucky.
And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just sitting here just beaming because I always love talking to you.
Me too.
So Fern, what is your training? What do you love? What's going on in your speech therapy world?
Good questions. Training. So for much of my beginning of my career, I was very into fluency and of course, language development and play therapy and that kind of thing. I think since I've had children, I'm a little bit more of my own. I'm a little bit more on the side of parent coaching and getting on the floor with little kids and doing a lot of language and play development, as well as like feeding play therapy. Kind of
You said play about 6 times just now, maybe.
I love it.
Why is play so important?
Well, it's the way that kids communicate, for one, and the way that they grow. And I think it's so great with rapport building and being with them, getting into their world. Yeah. Probably adults could benefit from playing more as well.
Yes.
I just, it's a great way to do therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think part of why you and I love each other so much is because we remember we're playful that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So who is kind of your favorite type of client to work with?
That's a hard one to answer. It sounds a little bit silly, but I do really love them all. Ages, I think, are fascinating.
Say that again.
All ages are fascinating. And I love the challenge of lots of different ages. I think if I had to just have one client or something like that, I would love to start with the little teeny ones who aren't talking at all and whose moms and dads are overwhelmed, and just be with them and help them figure out and navigate those first couple of years.
Yeah. And you have done that. So we're to your point about 10 years, you have done that with one of our clients. When you started
with him, and
you're still with him. So tell us about that, like just real quick.
Yeah. Well, tell me how much I'm allowed to say on video.
No names.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So yeah, I mean, the picture was just what I described.
Yeah.
Little teeny one who was just maybe 18 months, maybe not even 18 months old.
He had just gone to school, to daycare.
Not talking, not eating a ton of different things, not interacting normally in any way. Had seen a couple other therapists, I believe, at least one other speech pathologist. I'm not sure if there were other therapists involved before. None could really make the connection. Mom and dad were understandably searching and overwhelmed, and they both work really hard and are extremely smart and had a lot of their other stuff in life going on too. And I remember walking up to their door. I was pregnant with my second kid, like very pregnant, and saying, I really want to be here for you. And also I'm going to have a child soon. So I was literally there for like maybe 2 months, and then had my own second child and was gone for about maybe 2 more months and then came back. But in those first 2 months, we really fell in love with each other, as you would say, I guess. Really made a good connection, both with mom and dad and this little one. And therapy was just fun. I mean, we started out all I was kind of letting the cat out of the bag. All I really did was follow his lead every single time and give him meaning to what he did.
But so I am having full body chills right now because there's so much power in that approach.
Yeah.
And, many, many people, therapists, parents, professionals, all manner of people are like, well, what are you teaching? Right? No.
Yeah.
If we're lucky, we are being taught.
Exactly.
Right? Because we have to watch, right? Part of the reason our clients come to us, I think, is because they have been with other people who were not connecting with them, to your point about this particular family. And I think this is a common story. And when we are able to sit back and observe and follow somebody else's lead, they learn their power, and then they learn the connection between what's meaningful. And then they start talking.
Totally. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was so natural. There were definitely some development is hard, right? And when you've been watching a person develop for 10 years and it doesn't come naturally all the time, it's not easy always. But even now, this child is going to be 9 very soon. And all I'm really doing is still following his lead, because then I follow what he's into, and then we learn all the things he needs to learn now. And it's just so fun. To start thinking about when I saw him and he wasn't talking, and now here we're working on writing our own story and figuring out, what the characters are going to do and why they're thinking certain things. And what do you think is going to happen if you change this in the story? I mean, it's just it's so fun.
Yeah. And that's all that higher level.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
Language is all the sequencing and the planning and the organization.
That's right.
Why do we need that? Because life.
That's right. Exactly.
But you don't have to ram it down his throat.
No.
Right.
And if you do, it's not going to work.
Right.
Yeah. It's a waste of everybody's time.
Everybody's time. When it can be so delightful.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, you are right. I think this family and this little one, big one now, have probably taught me a lot more than I will ever teach them, hands down. So I'm just happy it's still happening. They're great.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Fern, I feel so amazingly lucky. I hesitate to use the word blessed because it's so overused, but I am so grateful and happy. And I honestly, sometimes I just want to cry that you're still in my life. and so thank you.
Thank you so much. It's the best job ever.
It's so good. Mwah. A virtual kiss to you.